Welcome to Pilates number 3. Today we're going to start standing on our mat. Our first exercise is knee drives and ballet arms. So bring your arms out wide to the side, drive your knees up. As you're doing so, you're going to squeeze your arms in center. Keep a slight bend in your elbows, squeeze the abs to lift your knees up, and give me 20 reps. So just building some warmth in the body, getting ready for the rest of the workout today. Next, we have a plie with an oblique knee crunch. 20 reps here. So squat down into your plie. As you're coming up, you're going to bring your elbow to meet your knee as you crunch. Again, 20 reps. And squeeze your abs. Nice flat back here. Nice tall posture. So straight line down from your neck all the way to your tailbone. You want to make sure you're not rounding your shoulders forward. Your abs aren't being lazy. Pull your abs in. Almost there. So next, we're going to hold our plie. We're going to keep our arms out to the side, nice and straight, and with a flat back, we're going to crunch through the abs to reach our fingertips down to the mat. Alternating sides, bringing your arm to the inside of the leg, and maintaining that plie. So again, flat back, don't round forward through the shoulders. Make sure you're squeezing through your abs to lower your body towards the floor. And after this, we're going to come down to our mat. So give me 20 reps here. And then the rest will be all on the mat. And today we're focusing on lower body. So a lot of leg work, a lot of core work. All focusing on toning here. So next up, we have an opposite arm and leg pulse. Bring your right arm and your left leg up. Don't arch your back to do so. Once the arm and leg are up, you're going to pulse up for 40 reps. So make sure you're squeezing through your glutes and your hamstring to lift the leg up higher. Make sure you're using the back of the shoulder and your upper back in order to lift your arm up higher. Your abs should be squeezed in tight to maintain balance. You're almost there, and then we'll switch sides. Keep breathing. So other side. Now we're going to extend the right leg out. We're going to lift the left arm up. From there, once you maintain your balance and have the position, you're going to pulse up. Again, don't arch your back to pulse. Think about using your muscles to lift. Squeeze your abs in tight. Breathe and maintain a nice strong posture still, so your spine should be in line. Hips are pointed towards the mat. You're not opening your hips up to the side. So once you've completed 40 reps, you're almost there. We'll move on to our next exercise. So you're going to grab your timer. We're going to go for a locust hold. So that's focusing on the back. You're going to put your belly on the mat, legs extended out, arms are behind you. Set your timer for 20 seconds. Clasp your hands together, roll the shoulders back, and lift. Legs should be squeezed together, feet pressed together. You're squeezing through your back muscles to lift your chest off the mat as high as you can, and you're going to hold that position. As you're holding, I want you to think about lifting higher and higher. This is going to help you keep your body elevated. So 20 seconds is quick. It's not that long. Once we move through that, we're moving on to plank leg lifts, 20 reps. A straight lift up. Don't open your hips. Flat feet here, so press through the heels. Squeeze the glutes to lift and squeeze your abs. Make sure shoulders, elbows, and wrists are in line. Keep your gaze ahead. So look down at the top of your mat. Take a little stretch in between. So next, we're moving on to an attitude touch and a side kick. So we're going to perform the next 3 movements on our right side, and then we'll switch to the left. So you get in the attitude position, slight bend in the leg, not quite 90 degrees. You're going to hold it up, rotate the foot back across the body, lift the opposite arm up to tap the foot. After you tap, you're going to kick that leg straight out to the side. So you're maintaining the lift in the leg the whole time. Once you bring your leg up into the attitude, you want to maintain that height, so don't lower it from there. This is really challenging for your abs, for your hips, for your glutes. You're going to feel your thighs working. A lot is working for you here. So 20 reps. Think about the muscles we're working. Perform this with controlled motions. Don't just slap the leg out to the side. And you can take a little stretch in between. Next, we're going to come down to our forearms. So I want you to think about pulling your heel up towards your butt, point your toe, and you're going to bring your toe out to the side. So your leg's at a diagonal here. From that bent knee position, you're going to kick your leg straight up and then bring your knee right back down to the mat to meet your other knee and keep your leg in that diagonal. So don't let your foot drop back behind your butt. Keep it out to the side. And again, 20 reps. Squeeze your abs in. So your abs are actually going to be working really hard in this maneuver. You're also really going to be killing your butt and your hips again. And now our last movement before we move on to the other side. You're going to lay on your side, up on your forearm. Again, from that attitude position, you're going to draw your knee forward to tap the mat. After you tap the mat, you're going to extend your leg back behind you. As you do so, you're going to lean forward. And if you want to make it a little more challenging, you can get your arm involved and extend your arm out as you kick your leg back. And make sure you're pointing that toe. I can't emphasize that enough. With Pilates, you want to point the toe. That's really keeping all of those muscles down the leg engaged. So keeping everything active. And after we perform 20 reps, we'll switch to the other side. So starting back with our attitude touch and side kick, again, 20 reps. Now we're on the left leg. So nice strong position, flat back, abs in tight. Lift the leg up in attitude. This time your hip will be open, your knees out to the side. Draw the foot across the back of your body behind you. Tap the foot and then kick the leg out to the side. Really squeeze your abs on that kick. That's going to help draw your leg out. At this point, your hips might be a little burnt out. As you can see, I'm struggling to keep my leg lifted here. But do your best to keep your leg elevated. Believe it or not, your hips are working throughout all of these exercises where you're in that quadruped position. That's going to help maintain the balance there. So at this point, your hips will be a little bit fatigued. Try to push through that. That's how you get the benefit of the toning. So once you've completed 20 reps, you could take a little breather and then move on to our next exercise, which is the diagonal kick up. Again, 20 reps. Draw your heel in, point the toes, angle your foot out to the side. From there, extend the leg straight up. Squeeze your abs in. Squeezing your abs in is going to help you prevent you from arching your back. So it's really going to help protect your spine. You're going to work your abs a lot harder. They're going to get stronger, flatter. So there's a lot of benefits to it. So don't get lazy. As we get fatigued, we have a tendency to let go of, the muscle contractions. Really try to fight that. And now our last exercise before we move on to abs. You're going to draw your knee forward. Tap the knee to the mat, and then extend through that attitude to kick your leg back across your body. As you do so, remember, bring your chest towards the mat. This is actually really good for your low back too. You're really going to feel that squeeze. So where a lot of women tend to complain about the muffin top, this is actually really good to help pull that area in and strengthen that area. Almost there. Once we've completed 20 reps, we'll move on to our abs. So starting with legs extended all the way up nice and straight, toes pointed, thighs together, hands are lightly placed behind the head. Lift your shoulders off the mat. You're going to slowly lower until your legs hover over the mat. Give me a nice strong exhale and squeeze your abs in to pull your legs up. 12 reps. So exhale, squeeze them up. Inhale, slow lower. Exhale, squeeze. If you feel like your low back is lifting off the mat, I don't want you to lower your legs as much. Do a smaller little tilt. And if need be, you can always keep your shoulders planted on the mat and bring your hands under your low back for support. So once you've completed 12 reps, we're going to move on to alternating leg lifts for 20 reps. Bring one leg up, reach your arms to tap the leg, so arms are overhead, abs are squeezed in tight. You can either have flat feet or pointed toes, as long as you're really drawing those legs up, really lift to reach that toe. 20 strong reps. So if you wanted to make this a little bit more challenging, you could switch your legs. As you're lowering one leg down, you can draw the opposite leg up. That's going to make it a little bit more challenging. You're going to get your heart rate up a little bit more. If you just want to focus on the toning here, you can just do the slower paced motion. Next, get in a boat pose position. So from a V seat, we're going to alternate a kick up. 20 reps. So one toe is tapping, the opposite leg's extending up. Abs are squeezed in tight. On the last rep, you're going to hold and then slowly lower down to the mat for a crunch series. So we're starting with standard crunches for 20 reps. So knees are bent. Again, hands are lightly placed behind the head. Lift the shoulders as high as you can off the mat, not coming into a full sit-up. Again, just isolating. We're toning. Exhale on the lift. Make sure your chin is not pulling into your chest. Keep your chin lifted. It helps to look up towards the ceiling. It's a nice little trick that I like to tell clients. Again, don't pull on your neck. Try to think about keeping your elbows open as you crunch. And so next we have ankle grabs. So draw your heels in a little bit closer to your butt. Again, starting with hands lightly behind the head. This time we're going to lift up to the side. As we do so, we're going to release a hand to tap the ankle. When you bring your hand back in, you're going to dip your shoulders back down to the mat and center, and then lift up towards the other side. So getting our obliques involved a little bit here. Again, just light toning in this workout. Nothing too strenuous, but we are going to try to burn out the muscles. That's why we're doing higher rep counts. We're really focusing on hitting certain areas back to back to back. That's how you get really good toning that's going to complement the weight training and all the plyometrics and the cardio that we do. And so next, we have twisted crunches. Draw bent knee up to meet the opposite elbow in the middle. Again, 20 reps. Exhale as you lift. Inhale to lower and keep your chin off your chest. Don't strain your neck, and don't pull on your head. So we're almost through the workout. We have one more crunch to go through, which is our double crunch. So we're going to cross our ankles. Again, keep your hands behind your head. This time we're going to draw both knees up to meet the elbows in the middle. So starting with elbows wide, you're going to draw your elbows in as they meet the knees to tap the knees. And then slowly, carefully lower everything back down to tap the mat. Again, if you feel like your low back is lifting off the mat, that's not good. That's going to put pressure on your spine. I want you to either do a smaller motion, or you could keep your knees planted or alternate a single leg crunch. So once we've completed 20 reps, we're going to move on to a stretch and just release some of the tension that we've worked. So extend arms and legs. Your abs should be pretty tight at this point. Try to release some of that pressure. We're going to stretch it a little bit deeper in a minute. So draw your heels in. We're going to move into a wheel. Hands down to the mat. Press through your palms, push through your heels, squeeze up. And you can lift up on the toes if you want a deeper stretch. And lower back down to the mat. Gently draw your knees into your chest. And just gently rock side to side to help massage the back. Keep your legs extended forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. You can grab the back of the ankles, pull yourself deeper into the stretch. So this is a nice short toning workout, but it was still intense. You still got some really good muscle toning going. And this is going to help complement everything else that we do. So inhale up, hands to the heart, and you're done. Great job.